So one of the easiest and most successful exercises for erectile dysfunction and erectile stiffness or premature ejaculation that I've taught on this channel is hands down an exercise called the dick up. Essentially, this is a push-up for the... And the reason I have thousands of gents commenting on how quickly this exercise has really revolutionized and helped them with either premature ejaculation, weak erections, urinary issues, or ED is because if you do the exercise correctly, bam! Within 1 to 2 weeks, you can essentially improve your erectile power and last longer. For lots of gentlemen. But so many men are also doing the dick ups and the Kegel exercises wrong. And if you do them wrong for too long, it will absolutely backfire. The erection can worsen and you won't see the immediate improvement that you should. And there's actually a stretch that you should do alongside the dick up for your pelvic exercises, right? Or your Kegels that will have you shooting rockets off in no time. Now, so first, we'll discuss the science, which is really, really important because it'll help you customize your routine. Then I'm going to break down 3 simple, easy to do stretches that you do alongside your Kegels or your dick ups that will have you hard as a rock in no time. So let's go. All right, so the pelvic floor is important for sexual health, no doubt about it. And your erection and your prostate and your bladder are all supported by the pelvic floor. And what this means when you visualize it is that your erection is kind of supported at the base by a network of muscles that actually function like a basket. And like a woven basket holding a cucumber anchored to a small tomato. The cucumber is obviously, the erection, and the tomato is the prostate. Now, these two work together for stiffness. They are really inseparable when it comes to the urinary tract. And if the basket or your pelvic floor muscles are actually weak, because they're supposed to be supporting it, or unable to stretch and contract, they're too stiff, then your erection will suffer in the largest way. See, the muscle layer called the bulbospongiosum is actually a muscle wrapped around your erection like a sling. It supports it. This is the muscle that helps you do that cool thing, where you kind of walk around with an erection and you pop it up and down. Well, you may not be able to do that anymore. You may not have ever done it, and it's a sign that your pelvic floor is suffering. If the muscle is strong and able to relax and contract, it can change the game for your stiffness. See, that bulbous cavernosus muscle and the pelvic floor has to be strong enough to trap blood flow right there while you're stiff. If it's not, if it's loose, if it's weak, and if it can't contract, your erection won't stand as tall. This is why dick ups work. But here's the thing, sure, the dick ups, the Kegels, the pelvic floor exercises work for so many gentlemen. But of course it doesn't help everybody because most men aren't doing them right. Yeah, those apps aren't teaching you. No one's really teaching you. And like anything health and wellness related, how do you know if it's going to work for you? How do you know if you are doing it right? Well, today, in order to empower your erection, your urinary health, we will discuss the proper way for men to do Kegel exercises. Now, for a detailed discussion on the dick up and male Kegel exercises, I made a comprehensive video here that you can actually watch that'll be extremely helpful. Today, we're going to the next level. I'm going to show you a quick and easy add-on that will optimize your Kegels, your pelvic floor exercises, your dick ups. I'm DrRachael here to help you get to the root cause of your health issues and fix them, which is kind of revolutionary and contrary to Western medicine, where we just throw pills at everything and say, call me next week. So make sure you click and subscribe now. Subscribe to this channel to expand our reach and let this functional and natural approach to erectile dysfunction, prostate issues, sexual health, testosterone boosting, catch on like wildfire, and so you don't miss out on this content. Now, in order to really strengthen and empower your erection with any of those pelvic floor exercises or Kegels or dick ups, you have to first figure out, how is my pelvic floor doing? Is it weak and deconditioned, or is it actually so strong, so large, so tight that it's stuck in kind of like a spasm? It won't contract and expand and relax. So let's first talk strength and flexibility. Now, your penis and your prostate and your pelvic floor muscles, the basket that supports it all and then weaves around your penis to anchor it all together and support, they must all work together to stiffen things up down there. They have to work together to urinate, to ejaculate, to even poop. For example, just like your arms and hands work together to shoot a free throw or a jump shot. If your arms are weak and the hands have some joint issues, the wrist can only partially move for the follow through, right? Because there's no flexibility there. You can't shoot. Well, the same exact thing will happen with your erection and your pelvic floor strength. If your pelvic floor is in fact weak, if it's deconditioned or it's stuck in a cramp, just isn't flexible, here's what'll happen. Your erection will be weak, your ejaculate will lose its power and force, and you may dribble or leak when you urine. You'll have trouble keeping your erection hard, and you'll suffer from premature ejaculation. You'll finish before both you and your partner are ready for the finish. All of this can happen either because those amazing muscles are weak or because they're inflexible. So let's get to it. So this is why when it comes to Kegel exercises for men, it will help strengthen erections. But if that basket-like network of muscle fibers cannot relax, they're stuck, your erection and everything will in fact suffer. As a matter of fact, you'll even be constipated and hard to move poop sometimes. So we're discussing the proper add-on to doing Kegel exercises for men because you are a unique individual and your solution should be tailored specifically for you. So first let's figure out, do you have hypotonic or hypertonic pelvic floor muscles or both? And what does that even mean? Well, you may have hypotonic pelvic floor. This means low pelvic tone. It means that the power is lacking and you need more muscle power and you need more endurance down there. Hypertonic means more. So your floor muscles are strong and big, but they won't stretch and relax and let nature take its course. Neither one of these will serve you right. And if you have a hypertonic pelvic floor, your pelvic floor muscles may be strong, but they're too tight to do anything that you need them to do, and they need to be lengthened and they need to relax. Think of the guy who goes to the gym and he's all swole up and he's strong, but he can't touch his toes. This is hypertonic. This is you. If you've been doing Kegels your whole life, you've been doing them for years, but your erection's suffering. Well, now what's happening is those muscles are strong, but they don't have the flexibility. You've overdone it with the Kegels. Sometimes you've even overdone it with the dick-ups. Without combining those exercises with the proper pelvic floor stretching, it happens every time. So I've broken down the science of the pelvic floor and how it can make you have better and stronger erections and how it can go wrong too if you're stronger, but you can't stretch, right? So now I want to help you figure out a dick-up routine or a Kegel routine and strategy that's going to work for you in particular. Don't just rely on an app or something to do it. Customize it specific for you. Now, ask yourself, do I have hypotonic pelvic floor or hypertonic pelvic floor? Actually, most men have a combination of both. So this add-on should be considered by every gent listening. The proper way to do your Kegel exercises and your dick up should include a pelvic floor stretching routine and technique. Now, would you play tennis or pickleball without stretching or warming up? No. And your pelvic floor muscles never naturally get stretched if you're not stretching them intentionally. So you put together this routine that stretches them before you do any Kegels or dick ups even. So if you've been doing these, you need to add this routine in at least once a week. My friend, you need to stretch that pelvic floor out. And my favorite way for guys to stretch the pelvic floor, I learned from Master Lauren Johnson himself. And I have a great video on the tennis ball trick. It's easy, it's affordable, and it won't hurt your back. So watch that here, but I'll share with you two more ways as well. The idea is to stretch, right? A very easy stretch for your pelvic floor is going to be the happy baby pose. It stretches your buttocks and legs and muscles and helps open your hips up. This is going to help with the erection and your performance. So lie on your back on a yoga mat or firm mattress. Lift your legs up and grab hold of your feet and ankles. Steady yourself by propping pillows underneath your buttocks so you don't hurt your back. And while in that happy baby pose, I want you to do 5 cycles of deep, deep breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. I know you may not think you have the flexibility to do this, but the key is to stretch your pelvic floor to enable those muscles to do their job in supporting your erection and urinary flow. Now, if you don't like being on your back like that, if you feel like that's too wide open, there's the squatting groin pose. This pose stimulates and engages your pelvic floor and helps improve blood flow to your vital sexual center. So stand up with your feet hip-width distance apart. Now I want you to squat down, place both arms on the inside of your thighs, open it up. Do 5 cycles of deep breathing again, and if tolerated, really try pushing your knees outwards with your elbows as you exhale. Now, if you have restricted mobility, stick with the tennis ball technique. If not, integrate the happy baby pose and the squatting groin stretch into your routine at least once a week. Preferably more than that, because a well-conditioned pelvic floor that is strong, limber, and flexible will help you move giants in the bedroom. It may even help bring back morning stiffness. So let me know how it goes for you. But remember, listen, there's always room for improvement. You should never weight lift without stretching. You should never do your Kegels or dick ups without stretching too. I'm DrRachael. I love you. Boom! I'm out.